Welcome to this DataDog full course by MindMajix, where we will take you from absolute basics to advanced concepts. In today's cloud data driven world, monitoring and observability are essential. That's where DataDog comes in. DataDog is one of the most powerful monitoring and analytics platforms used by companies worldwide. It allows teams to track infrastructure, applications, logs, and user experience in one unified platform. But why is Datadog so popular? Think about a large e-commerce website like Amazon during its festive sale. Millions of users log in, transactions are happening every minute, and servers are working at full speed. If even a small delay or error goes unnoticed, it can cost millions in revenue. Datadog helps engineering and DevOps teams detect such issues in real time, visualize performance metrics, and fix problems before customer even notice. In this course, we will cover everything from Datadog basics, metrics and dashboards, log management, alerts, tracing, and advanced features. By the end of this course, you will have hands-on knowledge to be confidently use Datadog in real-world projects and boost your career in DevOps and cloud monitoring. According to the Gartner's Magic Quadrant for Application Performance Monitoring, Datadog has been consistently recognized as a leader because of its ease of use, scalability, and strong ecosystem integration. As per Glassdoor and AmbitionBox, the average salary of a Datadog professional ranges from 8 to 18 lakh rupees per annum, depending on experience and role. Roles like site reliability engineer, DevOps engineer, and cloud engineer are some of the top career opportunities where Datadog expertise is highly valued. So stay tuned till the end of the course and let's dive into the world of Datadog monitoring and observability. And if you want to learn paid Datadog's course with certification, then check out our course where we will cover latest industry curriculum, hands-on projects, labs, mock interviews, and more. Now let's get started with our full course.
We'll be exploring the powerful features of Datadog, a comprehensive observability platform that provides real-time insights into the health and performance of your applications and infrastructure. With MindMajix as our skill partner, we are excited to show you how to get the most out of Datadog, including monitoring, troubleshooting, alerting, reporting, and analysis. Our goal is to provide you with a comprehensive understanding of how Datadog can help you proactively monitor and manage your systems, ensuring the reliability, availability, and performance of your application. Whether you're an IT developer or a business owner, this demo will provide you with the tools and insights you need to optimize the performance of your systems and improve the end user experience. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the world of Datadog with MindMajix. In this course, we'll be covering the following topics: application performance management. What is application performance management? What importance in monitoring? Understanding application performance monitoring with Datadog and the best practices. What is Datadog? Why do we need it? Which would include introduction to Datadog, benefits and features, how Datadog can help you improve your application performance. Datadog architecture would include Datadog infrastructure, the Datadog agents, setting up of Datadog is in creating a Datadog account, adding to host, and using multiple integrations. Infrastructure monitoring, understanding infrastructure monitoring, using Datadog infrastructure monitoring, and the best practices that can be utilized. Again, application performance monitoring, using Datadog, user experience monitoring, understanding the user experience using Datadog and the best practices that we can leverage through it. Log management or the log monitoring using Datadog. Alerts and notifications, that is setting up of alerts and notifications via Datadog whenever a particular threshold is breached. And in conclusion, we'll see the best practices that can be leveraged using Datadog to monitor your applications and other systems. What is application performance management? It is the practice of monitoring and managing the performance and availability of your software applications. For example, if we take an e-commerce application, I am an end user, for example, in that case, I've logged into that e-commerce application. I've added a product to cart I've done a checkout transaction, I've done a payment transaction to buy the product. So these all individual login, add to cart, checkout, payment, these are all transcribed to an individual transaction with using application performance management. And the tools like Datadog, what they do is we're using which we can capture the individual transactions with respect to what is the response time or the time taken for that particular transaction to load successfully or run successfully. And tools like Datadog also gives us details in terms of the code level diagnostics that would give us the class and method that was used to run that particular transaction and helps in terms of understanding which class and method took the maximum time and if we can fine tune it to make the transaction faster. It also gives us insights into the application so that we can improve the performance, improve end user experience. That is, was I a satisfied user when I ran the particular transactions from within that app, this also helps us reducing issues and errors. Also set up alerts and thresholds so that whenever the same recurring errors occurs, an alert is also triggered so that operations team or any DevOps team can act on it and resolve the issue prior before it reaches to the end user. APM is also about ensuring the applications are performing as expected and they are meeting the needs of the end user. By monitoring key metrics such as response time, throughput, error rates, and more, we can identify and resolve issues before they impact the end user. So, how is this application performance management performed? So, for example, like I gave an example of e-commerce application before. In this scenario, what we would do is we will put an agent or a plugin, what we call in a normal scenario, inside the application server where the application is running. That agent will fetch us logs, traces, matrices, and events for that particular application, using which in Datadog we can do performance trends at a glance, insights from a user perspective. Say for it's similar to the transactions like login, checkout. Was it success? Was it a success satisfied user transaction in terms of whether the transaction run within a specified time interval, say 1 second successfully, like that. We can also do root cause analysis because it also gives us it captures data in timeline and we can store it for a longer duration and we can say if a similar issue has also occurred before and we can do a root cause analysis to solve it. We can generate alerts on anomalies so that if the similar issue occurs, an alert can be triggered to a respective application owner or the person who owns that application and solve the application issue. We can also track individual SQL statements, which helps in understanding why that call made to a database is taking a longer time and where the issue is happening. Is it at the database end or is it at the application end? Which, like I said before, application performance management helps us doing code level diagnostics. That is again understanding the code level methodologies that run that particular transaction, if and also fine tuning the class and method that causes the same issue. So, what is Datadog and why do we need it? Datadog is a cloud based monitoring platform that provides real time insights into the health and performance of your systems. With Datadog, we can collect, analyze, and visualize data from various sources, including servers, databases, applications, and many more. Why do we need Datadog? In today's fast paced and highly complex business landscape, it is essential to have a monitoring and analytics platform that helps us in proactively identifying and resolving issues before they impact the end user. This is where Datadog comes in. With Datadog, we can monitor the entire system in real time, identify issues as they arise, take action, and optimize the performance and ensure the reliability and availability of the systems. Datadog offers a range of features including infrastructure monitoring, application performance monitoring, log management, user monitoring, network performance monitoring, and much more. These features work together to provide a comprehensive picture of your system, allowing to identify issues quickly and take action before they reach the end user. In addition to monitoring and analytics, Datadog also offers a powerful alerting and notification system. We can set up alerts based on various metrics and events and receive notifications via email, Slack, PagerDuty, and much more. Datadog architecture. At a high level, the Datadog architecture consists of four components. Agents. These are lightweight software that runs within a host server. Like you see over here, this is the host server wherein the agent is running. It can run within servers, containers, or cloud instances and collect matrices and traces and logs from the application and send it to Datadog via HTTP 443 protocol. And the Datadog in setup, it's run on SaaS, so everything needs to be. There is no need to set up a particular on-premise instance within your application environment and send the data. Every single data can be sent to the SaaS instance, which is managed by Datadog themselves, which should be managed service. So all the metrics is collected by the agent. In our case, it would be just installing the agent and opening up the 443 port to connect to the Datadog server. Here you would also see something called as a trace agent. The trace agent is also an optional component of Datadog that is responsible for collecting and forwarding distributed tracing data. And also you see here there's something called as process agent. It's also an optional component that is responsible for collecting and forwarding process level data that would include CPU usage, memory, open file descriptors, and many more. See here in this architecture diagram over here, the agent is collecting CPU memory metrics. It also collects Nginx metrics. It also collects access log. These agents like trace agent and process agent. Trace agent is primarily is used to track a particular application transaction flow, which can be visualized using a service map feature of Datadog. Say, for example, I'm doing a login transaction. A login transaction then would connect to add to cart, then it would connect to checkout, then it connect to payment. So a complete flow of the particular transaction would we can visualize using the trace agent. Process agent, it again gives finer details in terms of individual processes that run within the particular server, not the server CPU and memory on a holistic level, but individual processing agent and how individual processes that runs and what is the CPU and memory utilization taken by individual processes. These all can be viewed at the database Datadog backend. This is the core of the Datadog platform, which receives the data from agents and collectors and processes it and stores it in a highly scalable distributed database. The backend also provides a powerful search, visualization, and alerting capabilities, as well as integration with hundreds of tools and services. User interface used for visualizing the metrics in real time in Datadog is just logging to the Datadog, and we can set up dashboards, visualization, alerts, as well as collaboration with other tools and APIs for automation and customization. To get started with Datadog, you need to sign in with the Datadog account. Go to the Datadog website, click on Start Free Trial button, and create an account. Once you've signed up, you'll be directed to the Datadog dashboard. From here, you can start adding agents and do integrations and set up monitoring environment. Datadog infrastructure monitoring is a feature of Datadog platform that allows IT team to monitor the health and performance of their IT infrastructure, including servers, containers, databases, and many more. Infrastructure monitoring using Datadog helps us in getting real-time visibility into the health and performance of IT infrastructure, allowing teams to detect and respond to issues quickly. It also does a comprehensive monitoring in terms of giving us a wide range of infrastructure monitoring solutions for servers, containers, databases, and cloud services. It also gives detailed metrics in terms of on system level metrics such as CPU, memory usage, disk usage. Auto discovery it does auto discovery to automatically detect new infrastructure components as they are added to the environment and simplifying the setup process. It also allows us to customize alerts based on specific matrices or conditions such as CPU usage exceeded a certain threshold, and alerts can be triggered to respective email IDs. We can also create customized dashboards depending on the client need and visualization in terms of each metrics that we require. Datadog has a wide range of integrations with other tools and platforms, allowing IT teams to incorporate it into the existing workflow and tool chains. Datadog application performance monitoring or management provides IT team with comprehensive real-time visibility into their application systems and services. This can help organizations improve application performance, reduce downtime, and optimize resource utilization, among other benefits. It also helps us do end-to-end transaction from browser to and mobile applications to database and individual lines of code. Some of the major primary features that would include distributed tracing that does end-to-end transaction tracing of a particular transaction from front-end to a back-end services. So some front-end in here, it signifies the browser transaction or end user browser transaction that happens by, say, by logging into a transaction. It's like that. And the call is being made to an application server at the backend. And whatever happens at the backend, that also can be traced. Code profiling is a way to capture snapshots of code performance in order to locate the most time and resource intensive class and methods in an application. Error transaction or error tracking groups related errors into a manageable set of issues, which provides more context and facilitates smarter troubleshooting and supports actionable alerting. User experience monitoring provides IT team with comprehensive real-time visibility into the user experience of their applications and services. This can help organization improve user experience, reduce user churn, and optimize revenue, among other benefits. Using user monitoring experience, we can drill down into which part of the world the end user logged in, what was his IP address, which browser he logged in from, which server, which flavor of OS, was it a Windows or a Linux box that he logged in from. So these things also can be tracked from an end user perspective. Also, there is something called as synthetic monitoring, that is a robotic monitoring in terms of generating scripts and do performance testing for a particular application before it impacts the end user. Its metrics that it captures would similar be to the entire browser user monitoring, but the here, say for example, a Monday morning peak time before the users log into the application and do transactions or any other metrics for that particular application. Uh, Before the 9 a.m. peak time, we can run synthetic monitoring and see whether the application is working as per the client requirement and there's no downtime or any issues with respect to the application. And if at all, if there is an issue with respect to the metric, the data that is captured by synthetic monitoring, we can resolve the issue before the end users log into the application before the 9 hour peak time, 9 a.m. peak time. Datadog log management provides IT teams with a centralized location to collect, search, and analyze logs from various sources. This can help organizations improve troubleshooting, identify security threats, and meet compliance requirements, among other benefits. The log monitoring feature enabled within the Datadog agent, it captures the matrices and it sends the matrices to the central database of Datadog. Here, if you're seeing here live trial, the use of live trial to see a real-time feed of log events associated with a source or a collector. These live feeds can help in troubleshooting with development and other features. This also can be converted into a metric and an alert or and a notification can be set for the same whenever a particular, say, if we have create an alert for matching the parameter of timeout and the issue is occurring recurrently, an alert on also can be triggered, say, if the same issue occurs down the line. Datadog uses limit retained logs. Also, if that is, Datadog has an index feature that helps us to manage the incoming logs, that is retaining within indexes. Your application can send logs at will and manage the filtering inside Datadog. We can set up an exclusion rule and identify which logs are valid for retention. So on a whole, log monitoring using Datadog, we can pinpoint areas of poor performance, access application and health troubleshooting, diagnosing and identify issues of application installation and runtime errors. So using features like log monitoring, what we read about earlier, user monitoring, application performance monitoring, infrastructure monitoring, using tools like Datadog, we can visualize everything using a single pane of glass. Also, we can correlate this individual metrics as, say, for example, like I've given the example of login, checkout, or payment transaction. Say, for example, we want to see the transaction from an application monitoring perspective for the add to cart. We'll also see metrics like response time, throughput, calls per minute, and other metrics. But at the same time, for that particular transaction, we'll also be able to see the logs generated for that particular transaction. And at the same time, we can also see what was the infrastructure utilization, like what was the CPU or memory utilization when that particular transaction was run. So basically, tools like Datadog, it helps us in correlating all these metrics from different monitoring systems and help us in pointing out the issue before it impacts the end user. Datadog Alerts and Notification provides IT teams with customizable alerts and notifications to quickly identify and respond issues, improving incident response time and minimizing downtime. Configuring alerts include we can create alerts based on a variety of metrics depending on the flavor of monitoring that we do, be it application performance monitoring, infrastructure monitoring, synthetics, or mobile monitoring. We can create matrices for those specific monitorings, and we can, based on the thresholds, whenever the metrics threshold is breached, we can set up notification channels to receive those alerts that would include email, SMS, PagerDuty, Slack, webhook, and much more. We can also set up escalation policies. So if an alert is not acknowledged or resolved within a certain period, it can be escalated to a higher level of support. And this also can be integrated with ServiceNow, through which whenever an alert or an incident via Datadog is triggered, a ServiceNow incident can be triggered and it can be sent to a right assignment group, and person working on within that assignment group can handle that particular incident and resolve the issue. In conclusion, Datadog is a comprehensive cloud-based monitoring and analytics platform that provides IT team with visibility into the performance and health of their application services and infrastructure. Datadog would offer a range of features including infrastructure monitoring, application performance monitoring, user experience monitoring, log management, alerts and notifications, and much more. Datadog's user intuitive and user-friendly interface, along with its extensive integrations and APIs, makes it a powerful and flexible tool for IT teams. With Datadog, IT teams can quickly detect and resolve issues and optimize their infrastructure and applications and improve the overall user experience. Some of the tips to use Datadog uh, effectively would include set up alerts, use custom dashboards. Best practices would include monitor performance proactively, monitor end-to-end transactions. Troubleshooting common issues would include to validate the slow response time, high error rates, infrastructure issues, or any synthetic failures that would include synthetic performance testing. And before the end user logs in for a particular scenario, if an issue occurs, rectify those issues. Some of the projects that we would be working on would be infrastructure monitoring, application performance monitoring setup, application dependency mapping would include the tracking of a particular transaction through multiple application services and flow within Datadog, log management, setting up of log monitoring. To follow along with this course, let's go over the prerequisites of systems and prerequisites and system requirements for this lab. You will need a basic proficiency with the Windows UI and Linux, as well as Docker and Git installed on the operating system you will be using. In addition, it's important to note Datadog agents require a running kernel of 2.6.32 or later, and network connectivity and firewall rules open for outgoing traffic on 443. For the system requirements, if you are using Windows, you'll need a faster processor of 1.6 gigahertz or faster, a dual core with an operating system of Windows 10, 11, or 8. You'll need a minimum of 1 GB of RAM and a RAM around 30 GB of hard disk space. If you're using Linux, you'll be needing a minimum of 512 of memory and 1 core CPU. For larger instances, it changes. But in our case, for the lab setup, this would be sufficient. With these prerequisites and system requirements in mind, we would be ready to get started with setting up of Datadog agents during the course. For reading through additional courses, we can log into this documentation website and read through the Getting Started wizard for understanding the components that are used by Datadog to effectively monitor the applications. Some of the mock interview questions would include how does Datadog collect data? How do you approach troubleshooting a performance issue in a complex distributed environment? Can you describe a time when you used Datadog to solve a particular challenging problem? Can you walk us through your experience with creating custom metrics and dashboards in Datadog? Can you provide an example of how you have used Datadog to improve the performance and reliability of your system? There would be some other monitoring questions that would be asked that we'll also discuss in fine details during the course. After attending this course, one can easily plan for below certifications offered by Datadog Learning Center that would include Datadog Fundamentals, APM, and Distributed Tracing Fundamentals. Today we'll start with the installation of agents and creating a free trial account, and we'll deploy the agents in Windows and Ubuntu systems. Okay. So for getting into creating the account, you can either search for Datadog free trial, and the first link that you get for free trial Datadog, you can click on it, click on get started for free. You can choose whichever region you want. We'll keep it as US East 1. You can give any name just for your trial version. So the account is created. This would be the free trial account. It doesn't ask for any confirmation as such, wherein the email ID just I entered as a random email. Okay, it doesn't ask for any confirmation from the email as of now. So once you create that account, save it somewhere just for your reference. Once the account is created, you'll be coming to the screen and you'll be asked, say, what are the services that you daily work upon, or in general, this is just a general survey from Datadog to understand what are its customers' demands, or what are the technologies its customers work upon. So I can either choose Docker, AWS, Kubernetes, New Relic, Splunk, Puppet, Ansible, PagerDuty, and anything other than this. You can also select all these. Other tools other than the mentioned one, if you want anything, you can mention here. And now we are doing for a POC, right? Or a trial version. You can keep it 10 or you can keep it 0 also. It's fine. It doesn't matter. What is your first goal to with Datadog? As you can mention application monitoring. And click next. Even if you keep all this blank, it doesn't matter. So this is the main page. So after clicking enabling all those things, you will come over here. You're seeing multiple options. And before, let me just download the set up the download for the agent. Yeah, let it download. There are multiple options. The one that's starting with overview, it gives us the current version of the agent that Datadog is hosting. Different flavors of OS systems that you can host Datadog on, or the Datadog agent on. Installation steps also will be given to you on how to install the agent on all of these systems. We can do a silent installation, or if you're upgrading from an agent version 5 or 6 to 7, how you can do it. Those steps for each of the flavors of the OS, like say Mac OS, Windows. Windows again, the installer will be downloaded and you'll be installing the agent like a normal application software installation. Debian again, Linux based flavors of Ubuntu, Amazon Linux. This, you know what is a Lambda, right? AWS Lambda.
Yeah.
Okay, so this, how to set up an agent within AWS Lambda depending on the flavor of the application that you're running. You can also do this. It gives us the steps to how to do that individually. CentOS, Fedora, AAX. Again, the Docker containerized environments like Docker, how to run an agent within Docker running server, how to set up for a installation on Kubernetes. So you had one of the requirement, right, for setting up the agent on Kubernetes, wherein I told that even if you're running Kubernetes, you need to have prerequisite of Helm installed. Okay, they'll also tell how to do that. Once you install Helm on the machine where you're running the Kubernetes version and you want to install the Datadog agent, prerequisite is this: you need to install Helm, and after that you need to add the repo of that Helm chart for Datadog, fetch the latest version, and
Using Helm, we can install the Datadog agent on the Kubernetes running machine. This is the Helm. Helm is nothing but an easier way of deploying your Kubernetes applications. So if you know a bit about Kubernetes, it has deployment sets, it has stateful sets, which internally sets up the pods or the services that run for that particular application. So all those configurations will be bundled up as a single Helm chart, which has the components for that Kubernetes application, which will be the deployment sets, the stateful sets. It will be installed once you enable the Helm chart release or install the version for that Helm chart. The complete Datadog version for the Kubernetes will be installed just with a click of a command. Otherwise, normally you'll be doing kubectl apply deployment set for Datadog, apply stateful set, multiple components. With Helm, it's easier in terms of deploying your Kubernetes applications. This I would recommend if you know a bit about Helm and others. For say you mentioned that you are doing Kubernetes deployments, right? Why I told, because even if you don't know Kubernetes, right? If you know how to say for each of this, doesn't mean only for Datadog. Okay, it might be for App Dynamics also. For setting up monitoring agents for each of these enterprise tools, they'll be having their own Helm charts for individual installation of agents. Even if you don't know how to say create set up an application deployment in Kubernetes, if you install Helm and add the repo for the respective enterprise tool and run the Helm install command with the specified parameters for that particular tool, this Helm chart will deploy the Datadog or the respective enterprise tool agent plugin in the Kubernetes cluster. Got it? So it easier. It doesn't matter if you know. It doesn't require you to know the Kubernetes environment initially, but down the line, once you start working with Helm and Kubernetes and managing your enterprise Datadog tool or the agent, you'll start updating yourself, because down the line the language used within Helm is human readable format. Okay, it's all YAML. So you'll also be able to make changes. Say if you want to make changes to the Datadog values YAML, the Datadog one of parameter, if you want to enable with respect to say enable logging, there would be a file called datadog values.yaml within the Helm chart. You just need to add this parameter and enable it. That's it. And do Helm upgrade after installation. Just a prerequisite, it would be good. Why I'm mentioning specifically for you, because you mentioned, right, you have your applications, some of them running in Kubernetes and much more, right? You can also deploy Datadog using Chef or Puppet or Ansible, and Datadog gives us the steps to how to install the agent via this the DevOps, Ansible, Chef, or Puppet modules. It also can be deployed using Cloud Foundry on cloud. Do you know about Cloud Foundry? What is Cloud Foundry?
Oh, no, I haven't. I heard it first
So,
time.
platform as a solution based technology. Okay, it's similar to your AWS and others, but here you'll be running everything locally on your on premise. But its platform as a solution, in the sense you can run containers. It has something called as stem cells and others. But if you have such kind of environment also, or in the client environment, client setup, it gives us the steps how to enable it and how to configure the required parameters with respect to the URLs and other stuff, and enable the Cloud Foundry binding to run the Datadog agent. These are some of the flavors wherein you can install the agent upon. And down the line, the further customization with respect to the application monitoring or enabling logging, you can do it on your own by reading the documentation, or you can go through the value the YAML file specific to Datadog agent. Now on this VM, I'll be installing the agent. This is just normal. You might have installed a machine agent, right, on AppDynamics, or a .NET agent. This is similar to that. It asks for an API key. This is the API key that's readily available to you. You know what is the use of an API key, right?
Yeah.
It's specific to tagging to the specific Datadog cluster, wherein the agent knows where to send the data to. And it also would require the Datadog region. This is same. It depends, because if you are using US 5 or the US Central, it changes this version, this Datadog region. So don't just go by what comes here. Just refer to the documentation also once. So this is correct. Click next. You can leave it as it is, or you can create your own user. If you leave it as it is, it will create a Datadog agent user with a random password. You can create an agent user, dd agent user with password admin 123. Set click the installation. So do you know in AppDynamics where is the path for the agent logs and the other configuration files that will be uh, created once you install the agent?
Yeah, it depends. Different for Linux and different for Windows. For Windows, it would
Okay,
be
for
E
Windows,
drive. Yeah,
Windows where it be?
it would be E drive, then AppDynamics. Then we have under AppDynamics, there are conf file. Then under conf, we have a different configuration file.
Default, I'm telling. Where would the default, say if you didn't set anything out of the box that you want in this path or something, out of the box default, if you're installing, where would it be? This is the same for AppDynamics and Datadog. That's why I asked. Default out of the box, any of these monitoring enterprise tools, it creates its folders and log files under the program data file path. This is in Windows, I'm telling.
Yeah,
So if I go to here, it's hidden program data, Datadog. This would be the same for any tool, not only Datadog. It creates the file structure. And from what we saw earlier, the Datadog agent manager is installed. This is the Datadog agent manager that gets installed once you install the agent. So this is the agent version that's been installed, and it gives us the file path, the Datadog YAML file path version. The file path is stored in program data, Datadog, Datadog.yaml. The conf.ds are conf path for program data, Datadog, checks.d. This I'll tell what does this mean. But the primary Datadog YAML has this, and the path for that would be program data, Datadog. DataDog YAML. And the system info in terms of system where the agent is installed, it also directly fetches the host name, the socket FQDN name, the socket host name, the metadata respect to that agent. And if we have enabled any log monitoring or any checks, it will show us here. If log monitoring would have been enabled, we would have seen the log related metrics and how many metrics are being posted by the Datadog agent to the Datadog main cluster. You'll also be able to see that. And if we go over here, we'll also see the logs that's captured for the agent. The agent is started.
This is Datadog GUI, like the GUI which
No,
we see
so
after installation.
this is the GUI that runs within the server. Let's see here, this one. If you once you install the agent, if you give Datadog, this is within the server, okay. If you give Datadog agent manager and open, this is just the viewpoint for, say, if you want to view the logs. Otherwise, the other option is come here and open the logs for that respective
Okay. Got, got it.
agent, and you'll be doing right. The other option is you can come here and visualize the settings. Say this is the YAML file setting. What normally you would do is you'll come over here and click on open the datadog.yaml and visualize it, right? If you make any changes here and click save, okay, and click on restart the agent, the changes will take place. The changes will take effect. You don't need to go over here and make the changes. The same thing, you can make changes over here. Once the change is done, just click save and restart the agent. You can also check the status in general. This is the general status, and this is the collector status in terms of the checks that the agent does. Primarily the agent default, it by default it installs the infrastructure component, okay. So those metrics is whatever it posts, it will be captured. And the logs specific to this agent, if you're seeing any errors or anything, you'll be able to see this not found because we have not enabled these features. It's telling us it's could not start. That's fine. And the settings is, this is the YAML, primary YAML, wherein we've entered the API key. This is specific to the Datadog cluster where the agent connects to, and the site is the URL specific to the Datadog site. And any other modules that we enable down the line, it's as easy as that. So if I click on host name, because by default it's taking the server host name. Yeah, I can give the host alias, whatever naming that you give here, this will be reflected in the Datadog cluster. See, it's telling that your first Datadog agent is reporting. Congrats. And click on finish. And it's telling you have one host reporting data to the Datadog. So this by default it tells us create dashboard, create monitor, invite teammates, or install any integration specific to this. We can come over here and come to host map. This is the desktop that we've installed the agent on. This gives us the default view in terms of what is the agent version, the system, the OS system that we are running the agent on, the default CPU utilization metric, and the tag specific to it. This is the host tag. We can manually add our tags, and this tagging, say if I'm mentioning it like say uh, staging environment, okay, and I'm adding this. It takes some time, 2 or 3 minutes or up to 5 minutes to save it. Okay, let me quickly pull. And if I'm say installing 2 or 3 more agents in different servers, and all of them I've tagged, be it's say this is in Windows and some of the other servers are running on Linux or any other specified OS flavors. The if I want to match only the staging environment hosts, what I can do is I can give it displays around, sometimes it let it quickly come up. Then based on this we can search uh, the number of hosts that are running on staging. This is the default dashboard it creates. Okay, I mentioned right from the point in time the agent installs, it creates a default dashboard for us with these are the default set of metrics, but we can create our own customized dashboard. But this is created out of the box once you install the agent on a particular host. And the processes that's running on the server, we might not be, because I've not enabled the live process capturing. The processes would be your normal. If you go to task manager, there would be a different set of processes, right? These process details also can be captured. I need to enable a feature for process capture within the Datadog agent that I've not done as of now. And if you go to infrastructure list, this is again a list form view for the number of agents that runs on different hosts. So this is again, it gives us the host name, the Datadog agent, the type of OS we've installed on, what is the CPU utilization, IO wait time. And if we click on this now, this gives us a much more in-depth view into how many number of CPU cores are running within the Windows host. Logical cores is how much, what is the IP address, what is the memory, the file system. The tag that I gave, it's also mentioned here. In terms of OS, it also gives us which Windows OS it's running on, the CPU version with respect to the model name, the network IP, those details also. And if you go to metrics, it gives us the process queue length, this queue length metrics, NTP offset. And if you go to system specific new metrics, these are the system specific metrics that the Datadog agent captures out of the box. And if you click on this, this is again the default dashboard that we saw for the Datadog agent. There's nothing on containers because there's no containers running within this server. Processes we won't say because I've not enabled it as of now. Yeah, this is the default dashboard. This also can be viewed from the dashboard list. So these are the default dashboards that Datadog gave it to me out of the box. Some of these, if you remember, initially it asks, right? So which are the components that I would be primarily working upon? I clicked on Docker, New Relic, Puppet, Python, Ansible, and all. So some of the based on that, it creates some dashboards for me. But other than that, this dashboards like system disk input output system metrics. So these are the ones that Datadog gave it to me out of the box from point I installed the agent on the host. Yeah, this is again with respect to the disk metrics. If this is not being captured, this has been captured. CPU drill. So that those are things are captured out of the box. Okay, we can create custom dashboard also, but we'll do it down the line. Networking, if anything is enabled, it will enable us to see if logging is enabled for any application running within that server. We'll be able to see the logging data. Traces is again respect to the application performance monitoring. So if the server is running any application and there are some traces, in the sense the calls happening between individual services of that application, we can see the traces. Thus again, with similar to process and logs, we need to enable it. Once you enable it, we'll be able to see. This is with respect to if there is any security issues found, which will capture. And the agent configuration also can be captured here by enabling inventories configuration enabled feature. So these are the defaults what you get out of the box once you install the agent on a Windows OS. And let's do a similar thing for, I'll open it here. This is, and as was US East. Here the why I mentioned, you got it right. Here it tells us the different versions. We need to remember where we created our agent on. So ours was US East. Click here and say I want to install the agent on an Ubuntu machine. Okay, so this is an Ubuntu. I'll connect first. And in the meantime, you come to agent. Yeah, Ubuntu machine is up and running. While it's running, I'll show it to you from here if it's okay. Here also it's slow. I need to see. Create a new one, or we can. What I will do is now I'll be doing on normal servers. After 14 days, we'll create another account and I'll show you how to do the same things on containerized environments, on how to monitor container applications. Okay. So for Ubuntu, we need to select the key that we created that was given earlier. This is the key. I don't know whether outside my machine it opened. It's So all of these trial version to enterprise tools, it max it gives us 14 days only, right? And how we'll be doing it is easier. So it gives you the one-step install. Basically, you just need to copy this complete section. This primarily what it holds is the API key, the Datadog site, and the bash command to install the agent via the agent script. It's fetched from the S3 Amazon Datadog bucket. Just click and install once it's installing. So if you go just a bit over here, yeah. So this is the path where you'll be able to see the datadog.yaml. You won't get something like this over here in your Ubuntu, but yeah, if you want to make changes to the datadog.yaml, you have to go to the path etc slash datadog agent slash datadog.yaml. And when you make any changes to the site, also site is that this site that we mentioned. If we say if at all, if this is a mistake that you have done initially while deployment, you want to change this to the site this name, it's again the same with the same path in the datadog.yaml. You need to make the changes, and you can start and stop the datadog.agent this using the same this commands using the sudo systemctl commands. But we won't stop it as of now. We'll just check the status of the agent. Yeah, it's telling the agent is running. That's well and good. And if we go to cd slash etc datadog agent and give ls, and this is your datadog.yaml. Need to give sudo. This is again the same thing that you see over here, but in Linux format. And if you go up a bit, This is the same things. The API key that you entered, the Datadog site, and rest of the parameters, whatever you want to enable, you can just remove the comments and enable the required parameter based on your requirement. Here I'll just change the host name. You'll see the agent log files, not like your normal Windows wherein everything will be in a single folder. Here the paths for each of the your config file path is etc slash Datadog agent. Here for the logs, you will be going to slash var slash log slash Datadog agent, and the Datadog agent logs. If you want to validate any issue with respect to the Datadog agent, you can come over here. Yep. This is the logs that it captured. Yeah, valid host name that I gave. It's not RFC agent. Yeah, okay, that's. I didn't take the host name. It's telling RFC 1123 compliant. Might be the host naming convention something. But it would have taken this host name. That is for sure. Let me go and see what is actually captured now. First HLS. Yeah, it took this name. It still didn't take the host name. What is this actually? Where did it go? Where is the? I'll check one last time if it takes it. Otherwise, I'll just look into it and I'll make the changes. Where is sudo vi? I have to go to the same path. Release slash etc. Yeah, it took the host. I think it was not okay with the underscore,
Okay.
but we will see how long will it take to reflect over here. Okay, it created another one. Slowly it will start mapping everything over here, but initially I don't know whether you'll be able to see everything, all the data here, right? Yeah, and this again is the same thing. We'll be able to get the CPU metrics, CPU cores, logical cores, the platform, the Ubuntu OS version details, the kernel version, what is the number of CPU cores that's running on. See, it's running on a single CPU core. For a free tier account, also the agent can run, but yeah, it depends also. Sometimes it also depends on what kind of application you're running to monitor using DataDog agent on the server. But you can, installation wise, you can easily install on the smaller instances. I don't know whether it has started capturing metrics. Yeah, it started. So for this one also, it would have created another separate host dashboard, and clicking on that, this is specific to this host. It automatically created, and here you'll start seeing what is the CPU usage, memory wise, each component wise, agent is taking how much memory, a process agent, the multiple. This is all the tagged agents with respect to the single agent that you install. It has multiple internal components. That's for the trace agent. If you are enabling the trace agent, this will also be this is the agent that will be used, but installation wise, it's a single agent package. This all metrics is you'll be getting out of the box once you install the agent. And if you go over here, the rest everything is same. If you had a container running, yeah, you'll be seeing the container related metrics, but we need to enable that. But also, I'll show you down the line. Tomorrow, I'll show you how to enable the process and the other
Logs
configurations
and
like traces and other stuff.
okay.
Yeah. For the logs and traces, uh, I'll show you with respect to by deploying, setting up an agent. That is, so not an agent. So I'm setting up an application, and for that application, how we'll start capturing the metrics. Also, I'll show you how we can do integration. Okay, so if there is this, if you come over here, there is some other thing called integrations over here. And if say like what we did just now, we are running the agent within an AWS system server, right? And if I want to capture the, say, if I want to integrate AWS with Datadog, I had to install the service. So I'll show you how to do this integration. Once you do this integration, by default, the Datadog agent will capture the, say, if I go over to the instances over here, by default, it will capture the instance matrices for these servers. I'll show you how to do that with AWS integration also. So it would be better if you told, right, you have an account. So that's also
Yeah.
this can be done. Then there are a number of other integrations also for Docker and others. We'll go over through some of the other integrations also that Datadog has. Docker integration for open source project.
And same way we can do
And
integration with
mm,
third party like for ticketing, ServiceNow,
yeah,
Remedy
so
tools.
so Slack, if you have for Slack,
Okay.
you can do Slack integration. I'll show you for Slack. It's easy if we have create a Slack account and we can do it. Just we need to connect to the Slack account. If you are have already logged into the Slack account within the same browser, once clicking on it, it will take you to that Slack account. You have to basically enable it. Slack integration, I can show you for ServiceNow, but I don't have a ServiceNow Snow account. But service. Yep. This again, it gives us the steps also. So if you have a new instance, this again, if you are a ServiceNow admin, you can just ask them for these kind of like instance name, and you can ask them to create a user and password within ServiceNow, and you will give the credentials. So here you can enable it. Also, we can for further customization, there are documentations also, so we can do that. So that's what I want to tell you. Do your testing. Try some of the other components also. What the components in the sense, if you see the settings over here, see what you can. If you say do skip and skip SSL enable validation, or if you do that, what will happen? So some of the things you can also test out, but otherwise it's also fine, because most of the configurations you can get out of the box also. So you remember
Yes.
last time we installed or set up the agents on two machines, right? One on Windows and
Yeah.
one on Linux.
Ubuntu. Yes.
Linux Ubuntu, yeah. And the metrics that, or the data that we got out of is the host info. The metrics are the basic system metrics for that machine. Containers we haven't touched. We've not enabled process. We had not enabled. After that, I enabled. I'll show you how I did it. Traces, for traces enablement, we would require an application to be run. So once that is done, we'll get this metrics also. Similarly, for Ubuntu is also the same. We got the host info metrics. Sorry, the information for that, the metrics with respect to CPU, memory, whatever it is. Process is not enabled. This also I have enabled logs, but I'll show you how I did it. Traces again, we need an application to be run, and the test application metrics will be captured under traces for that host. For an infrastructure, so say for a machine agent in App Dynamics, you won't not only get the metrics like in CPU memory, right? Say if we want to monitor the metrics or the CPU utilization and all for, say, go to Task Manager, uh, there would be different processes running, right? With we each having its own CPU memory and other stuff. Like say these individual processes will be having its own CPU memory disk. So like this, if we want the machine also, the agent also to capture the same for this host, what we have to do is we have to enable something called as process config. Okay, so if we go over to their documentation for Windows, there's something called as process config that would be there in the datadog.yaml. We need to enable it to true, and once that is done, we need to restart the agent. From there on, we'll be able to see the agent capturing the process metrics for that system. Now there are two ways to do it. We can either come here under settings and also do it. Otherwise, the age-old method of doing it from the datadog.yaml. That is, and in
You mean from the
datadog.yaml,
directory directly?
from the datadog.yaml file within this directory.
Yeah, yeah.
This
So we need to go to Windows directory and the path, and there we need to search for
so
Datadog YAML
the
and
default
yeah,
path is always program data for
program
any
data. Yes.
enterprise monitoring tools, be it
Hmm.
Datadog, Dynatrace, App Dynamics, anything. So go to program data, Datadog, and there within the Datadog.yaml, search for process collection or process underscore config, whatever you get here, like this. That section you search, and once you come over here, we have to enable this. Yeah, and we need to set it to true. Under process collection configuration in Datadog.yaml, you need to enable this config. Under process config, process underscore collection, enable true.
Okay.
Okay, and save it. You can either restart the agent from here, or there's something called, as you might know, services.msc, right?
Services. Yes.
So this is another way to say, if you want to restart the agent, come here. It's same like your app dynamics agent. It also has the same. You might see app dynamics agent, app dynamics machine agent, like that, right? So similarly for Datadog
Mhm.
also it has. You had to restart the agent.
And what are these other agent? Process agent, system probe,
This is
and
the
trace
process
agent.
agent. So the process agent is we've just enabled this process metrics, right?
Yeah.
So it has a separate agent, but restarting the Datadog agent itself, it restarts all these along with it.
Okay. Fine.
Trace agent is for capturing the trace level metrics. So if I click on
Okay. So same
restart,
way
you'll
we would be having something called log agent or something for logs.
no, not required.
That's
It
not there.
comes with the
Okay.
infrastructure agent itself.
Okay.
So I've done the restart. Let's see. Yeah, see here. It started capturing the process metrics. It captures like
Yeah.
your exes and the process ID for that, the CPU memory utilized by each of those process, and yeah, this is how we can enable the same. I'm doing it for Ubuntu also. So what was that machine? This one. For Ubuntu also would be the same. You have to go to etc/datadog/datadog.yaml. There under process configuration collection section, you have to enable this. Connect. Agent should still be running. Okay, so here what I've done is we still don't have an agent, an application running, right? So with that respect, what I'm doing is I'm capturing the logs of Datadog agent itself. Okay, this agent logs, Datadog agent logs itself, I've enabled log monitoring. So how I did it is I created a custom log collection. This folder was not there. I created a custom log collection.d called a folder called this by this name, and there I created an YAML file, and within that YAML, say I want to monitor the Datadog agent log file. Okay, I just mentioned logs. The file type is file, path, source is custom, and the service is my name or the user who runs it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and here if we have multiple files, you'll just create another section like logs below, and you'll add multiple the same things whatever you have a different with a different file path or whatever monitoring that you want to do. So which whatever file path you want to monitor,
Mm-hmm.
it might be a different file path. You can keep on adding it like this. So for that, what I've done is one is this, and in the datadog.yaml itself, if we go to logging, there's something called as again the same thing, log collection configuration. Here you need to enable logs enable true, And these, if required, you can enable it to true or false, the whatever configuration. If we haven't enabled SSL, we can keep it false. Force use HTTP is true. Use TCP is true. Use compression for compressing the logs is true. Compression level we can set like what from 0 to 6 or 0 to 9 maximum with higher resource usage, just for better compression, in the sense it starts compressing after some time, so that uh, what do you say, the log collection is not that high and the log rotation happens quickly. And these parameters you can keep it as it is. I just enabled for testing purpose. Primary is if you just enable these two, the log enabled equal to true, and this no SSL false. If you have SSL enabled, you can keep it to true. And after that, what you have to do is again the same. You can either restart the agent. Once you restart the agent, just for verifying that your logs are being sent to the Datadog collector, Datadog UI or the Datadog Central SaaS server, you can go to General Status, General, and if you go down, there will be something called as log agent. If it's not enabled, first of all, it will be it will tell directly that the agent is not.
Yes.
Yeah, the agent, whether it's enabled or not. While doing that enabled testing, you'll be seeing that this agent is enabled and it's sending around 45,990 bytes of data, and the log sent data. So from which path you're sending the data, those things you'll be seeing. If at all, if everything means if any error occurs, you'll also see the error status here. Instead of directly going and
Mm-hmm.
seeing in the logs, you'll see here also. Okay, just for easy viewing. Once you do that, you'll be able to see the metrics or the Datadog agent log metrics captured over here. The same can also be viewed under log search. Yeah, these are all the Datadog agent metrics that it captures. Okay, and I've enabled the log level within the agent as debug, just for capturing more metrics. That is, if you check for logging, and if you come down, okay, where is it? Did I enabled it here or here? Okay, I've enabled it in the Ubuntu machine, but here it's info. Now, if I change it to debug, just for logging sake, it gives us more information in terms of what any errors that occur or whatever that agent captures. And restart the agent. You'll start seeing here the debug metrics instead of info. Okay, and here cd slash etc slash DataDog agent ls vi datadog dot and yeah, this here also the same. You need to come and search for log collection configuration. I've enabled log enable true, and the rest whatever you want you can enable it. For process which is not enabled, I'll search for process config. Yeah, so process collection configuration. Cd slash var slash log. You remember this path, right? As in Linux or other systems, the here also I have done the same thing. I've enabled the process capture and the logs. And the logs is I've done the same what I've done for Windows. Let me cancel this first. Oh, it's taking time. So if you remember what I did here in Windows is I created a separate custom log collection.d and created a separate conf. The same thing is what I've done here also for in the Ubuntu machine. And here, if you remember, the path is different, right, for the Datadog agent. So cd slash etc Datadog agent cd conf d ls. Yeah, so I've created a custom log collection.d folder, and if we go to custom log collection.d, and ls. You'll see that conf file here. And yeah, here the log file path is different, but here the service is not my name, because in my local desktop when I did it, it was the service was mine. But here, if we go ls-lrt for, sorry, not here. If I go to cd/var and log DataDog agent, and I give ls-lrt, here you're seeing for this agent log that is being captured, the user is, or the service is dd.dd-agent. You got what is the difference here now, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, cool. So the same thing. After that, I did a restart of the agent, and we started seeing the log metrics for the respective agent over here. And we were also seeing the tagging, right? And for that,
One question: do we integrate some third-party tool also to get the logs, like Splunk or some other
we
tool?
can, but there are options of integration. So if we
Uh,
go to where's the integration, yeah, there are n number of integrations. Okay, so if you want to say do with Splunk, there should be a Splunk integration. Yeah,
yeah.
click on install, and connect your Splunk log monitoring solution, get notified of your log alerts, correlate them with your other metrics. Same like AppDynamics, they have an integration, right? Once
Yeah.
for a particular snapshot, if you go that snapshot route, you will be able to see the logs with the help of the Splunk integration. And for installing the Splunk integration, say on for Linux, we need to do pip install Datadog, and yeah, these parameters need to be run on the Splunk run machine.
Okay.
For each of the
And
components they've given, the description is well placed actually. The steps
mhm.
that you need to run, yeah, this command you
So
need to
in
run
that case,
along with.
yeah, in that case, we can do a installation free version on Splunk, then, and we can try integrating Splunk. I'll do it in my spare time, like on Sunday or Saturday.
Yeah.
I'll
So
try.
you have a
Yeah.
requirement on it, is it?
No, I am just thinking like to take the Splunk free version and try to integrate it.
Okay, you can try that.
Yeah.
You can also try
Because
Elasticsearch.
in future we would be having Splunk and Cribble for log monitoring. So maybe we'll get a chance to integrate it with Datadog.
Yeah. Elasticsearch also you have the same.
Okay.
The steps to configure it as well placed. Splunk, okay, I don't know. Splunk is a paid version, right? Elastic, a bit more configurations are required, but as an open source. Try that. Also, we did see that I had given the tagging right here. If you remember, for host, I just gave say an environment dev, and the Linux one or the Ubuntu one I've given environment test. This is the tagging that I've given. Say if I want to use it somewhere, anywhere, just for testing, I am showing you here. I want to just see whatever the machines that are running with dev. I'll click like this. It will give me the based on the tagging. If there are any other 4 other machines with environment dev, you'll be able to see that. The same thing can be configured while setting up alarms or alerts. I'll show you once we start doing that for better usage of the tagging.
Yeah, Shit, I have installed this Ubuntu, and some metrics are coming in here.
You've installed the agent also?
No, I think. Can show me.
Okay, we can do the agent installation. Go to integrations. Yeah. Go to agent. Select the API key because why it's telling because you've already started using it. Yeah. Copy that code.
Dashboard.
No, copy that code. The first DD API key. Copy that entire segment. Not that. The below one.
Okay. Now.
Yeah, the first one it's there, right? Use our one-step install. That lines. Yeah, copy that everything as it is.
There is no copy option here.
Yep.
Yeah, copied. I have to
You
run it
can just
here.
enter it. Yep. So if you see over there, the API key that you've selected, it's all automatically embedded along with the Datadog URL or the Datadog site.
Yeah.
Okay, enter.
So that would install Datadog agent to this Ubuntu host. 7.4 is agent version.
Yep. 1 point. It differs, but in unpacking the DataDog agent. What is the current version? We can see the agent version if we go to the app itself. It's the at 7.4.43.1. It's for Windows. It's actually, I don't know what does that one mean, but its current version is we are using a 7.43. But the Ubuntu version it runs on 7.44. If you go to infrastructure,
Then
that's infrastructure list. Click on that. See there, next to Windows, it's mentioning 7.44.1.
okay. So that is the version of agent
The
on
DataDog
Windows.
Windows. We'll see how it comes in Ubuntu. It also should be same for Ubuntu also.
Yeah, it was same
7.44.
on the 7.44.1.
Yep.
Same on the
Yep.
C. So once this is installed, it will show one more host name here, right?
Yep. A new host name. It's not the one that you can give a customized name, but it will default
Okay.
with the host name on its own.
So this name we can change, is it? Can we
Did you
see
try changing the Datadog name for the Windows?
for what? Sorry.
Uh, for your Windows installation, try changing the name of the
No,
agent.
I didn't.
Okay. Go to or search for Datadog Manager, Agent Manager. It
This
was
is due
running fine,
to
right?
the services we have not started. Like that. Due to that?
Okay. Just check, no? Services.msc.
Yeah. So I think we need to start it every time. Is it? Okay.
Not
Let us
required.
try.
It should run default on its own with the admin privilege. Go to settings. The same can also be done from the program data folder and datadog.yaml. But yeah, do it from here also. Go down. I think it should be around line 70 plus or something. Yep, it's there above 80, line 80 or not that, still up. Yeah, line 80. Just change the host name to your desired name. Uncomment it and give the host name.
This is for which one? Windows?
Yeah, this is for Windows. You can remove that entire section. Just add the host name. A host name
What should
colon
I spell it?
any name you want. So uh, just for your preference, like, give any name.
Windows. That one I give.
Okay, and remove the comment. The hash key you remove.
Okay, this need to be removed. Okay.
Yep, it's commented. No, that's it. Save and let's wait and restart the agent. It will take some time. In the meantime, go to program data. It's program data folder in C drive.
Program data folder here. Okay. This one is also open. Let me check this one first. This is running. This one
It's
is
running.
yeah. So I think it
Okay.
takes some time to get started.
It's hidden. Go to view. No, the not this program data, right? So go back and click on that view button at the top. Home, share, and view. Under view, above that,
View, yeah.
okay, to your right, there's something called as hidden items, right? To your right, item checkboxes, file name extensions, hidden items.
Oh,
Click on hidden items. Yeah, program data is. It's the same for any tool, be it Datadog, AppDynamics, Dynatrace, whatever the agent installs, it will be in the Datadog program data folder. You can
oh,
open the datadog.yaml, and there they can find something similar to what we saw from the Datadog agent manager for the host name, right? So there you can also update the same. You have to open it in anything, any WordPad or Notepad.
uh, let me
Okay, click.
see what option I have.
I have to keep Notepad plus plus. Okay, more apps.
No, I have to install Notepad++ in this laptop.
That's fine. I can click on Notepad. It requires admin. Is it? Okay. Open Notepad as an administrator and open this file. Datadog.
This one.
Yeah. Yeah. So go down slowly. You might get that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
it's
is there.
there, right? The one that you
Yes.
updated.
Yes. Nice.
Go to your infrastructure list in under Datadog.
Fresh. Yes.
Take time if that is the case.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah,
on.
it can. And this is
Slowly
also
the
there?
other one will start going off. It will take time, but in some time everything will start reporting under Windows 11.
Okay, okay, fine.
This will go off on its own.
Okay, fine. Sure.
Yep.
It would take more time, I think. It's still going on.
Okay. So in the meantime, we can do another thing.
Yeah,
Let's share one link some days back. The repo link that I shared, or you have copied, right? Okay, it's
yeah, yeah.
creating a DD user. Okay, go to that this folder. You can go right. Look, C drive. Go
Sorry, which
inside
one?
Spring Clinic. Spring Pet Clinic. Yeah.
Impact cleaning. Okay.
hmm Okay. Go outside. Yeah, right click. Git bash. Git bash here. Yeah. Uh, it's cloned. It's fine. So you go back to the UI. I'll just explain us what this code is about.
To the infrastructure list?
Not this. The Git repo.
Git repo. Okay.
Okay. So if you've worked on Spring Boot applications before,
Spring Mode application.
it's
No, I worked on
Java
Java.
only, but
Yeah, Java
this
application I
is
worked.
This is one of the technologies of Java itself.
Mhm.
So we'll leave the other things apart. Other than that, if you go down, what we've done here is there's something called as run with apm.sh. Open that. Just double click on the same thing here. Okay. This is just a script. If
Okay.
you go down in the script, it's mentioned to take which version, agent version. Means the Java agent version, not the actual infrastructure agent that you've installed. You know, for app dynamics, right? So there are different agents for each segment. For infrastructure, a different agent. For monitoring your Java application, there's Java agent. Similar to that, we have the
Yeah.
same here.
So we
What
have
is
DD
mentioning
Java
that,
agent for application, and for infrastructure we have separate other agent.
yeah, that is the infrastructure agent. Here
Okay.
we tell from which Maven repo we need to pull the Java agent jar file. After that, it does a clean installation. MVM means if any Spring Boot application that starts with a /MVM, uh, that command is what you see on the line 11. And
Yeah.
after that, while it's starting, we'll also need to pass the Java agent.jar. that what the DD agent downloads from the Maven repo. That is this
Okay.
from 13 to 20 is, so you might be familiar with what you do for App Dynamics, right? For Java agent.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the same thing. When it enables some features like log injection or whatever we require, we can update it as a variable over here and just run the run ipm.sh. Or the same thing, it might be for different application for WebSphere or WebLogic. We'll just add the same code along with the variables.
Okay.
Nothing much in this code. You did not require that. The same thing if you're dealing with a newer app and a customer has approached you for their monitoring, you can just answer that. I'll provide you the Java agent jar code along with you need to download the Java agent jar in your local server, and the path needs to be tagged along with that Java agent startup script. Once they do that, uh, Java agent will start running alongside when they start their own application, and it will do that bytecode instrumentation and fetch the metrics for that particular application that will be monitored using the Datadog agent.
Okay, so they
This is
need to
same
install Java agent and what where they need to I
not
mean
reinstall. You need to download the jar file for the Java agent, and the path
uh,
needs to be tagged. In this code, it's auto built. Otherwise, in the normal scenario, it will be like in the line 13, Java agent along with the path for the Java agent jar.
oh, okay, that path need to be specified here. Fine.
Yeah, in a simple installation.
Okay, okay, got it.
That's it. If
And
he is a
in line
coder,
number
he
seven
will
also
understand
same need
this.
to be done.
Mhm.
Line number seven also that part need to be specified.
Not required.
Not required.
While running the script, it will pick up the because the script will be run from the same path where the Java agent.jar is. So
Okay,
not
okay, okay,
required to
got it.
mention the path.
Fine, 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 got it.
So go to git bash again. Uh, type ls. Okay, run apm.sh is that. Do slash run.apm.sh because we initially need to create a jar file for that app, which is not there. In a normal scenario, the client themselves will be having that app, but we are building it, starting that app, right? Initially, while running it, it will create a jar file for that app called Spring Pet Clinic Snapshot.jar. So yeah, type tab, enter dot slash. It's not just slash. Normally, starting any Linux or Ubuntu command, what you do, right?
Yeah,
Dot
yeah.
slash dot forward slash run tab.
Run.
Just enter the tab button.
Okay,
Yep, enter.
okay.
The first thing what it does is it downloads the agent, the Java agent.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, it will run that Maven command. This will take okay. It start downloading. It take some time. In the meantime, go to Ubuntu. Go to Ubuntu now. This will take some time.
Okay. It says some issue. I give it an issue while trying to install the DataDog agent.
Go up.
Security agent YAML not found. What is that?
Oh, that should happen because it itself downloads the agent from the code. Go up. DataDog.yaml detected. Starting the agent. Not starting the agent. Type ls. Just type ls. Okay, open that log. Cat dd agent install. Okay, you can type dd and enter tab. You can enter tab. It didn't work, huh? Or this is the log.
Not sure.
Enter.
Something
It's
was there.
reading the code. This is the log basically. It's fine.
Yeah.
Is it because we're not trying? It's a root user. It shouldn't happen. Make it full screen.
Sorry.
Make it full screen.
This one. Okay. I don't have headset today actually.
It's fine. No, it's telling it didn't even download the datadog.yaml. If you go up, okay, after unpacking, no datadog.yaml file detected, not starting the agent. Go to that path etc/datadog agent. /etc.
Yeah. Okay. As it is agent.
Data tab. You want to see if the folder is created.
Yeah.
Enter. ls. Yeah, it's
YAML is
there.
there. Yeah, it's there. Cat.
Yeah.
It's very big file, is it?
And it's a big file. It's the same what you say for Windows, right? The same thing is here. But I'm just thinking why it's not installing.
It's saying it's not found,
Is it
but it's
because
there.
uh, is it because we are installing it in the same? It should happen because
It's
it's a
because of
different
some
VM.
access issues, like some permission issues or something.
Uh, I can try it. Run the same command with sudo. We are running with as a root user only. So go back again to your home directory.
Okay.
cd dot slash dot space
User home.
I think it is under home ls. Where did we install? Okay, cd root. Sorry, go back. Should be there. Otherwise, under opt. I don't know where it initially took the old file.
Which one is it?
Just type
Root.
ls.
This one.
Unless it's not okay. Go to opt first.
OPT.
Yep. It's the datadog end. Okay. Go back and go to root.
Sorry.
Copy it. Go back to root.
Root only. So
cd root. Okay, allow access. This is from that pet clinic.
okay. Yeah.
Go to cd root.
Sorry, which path?
Go to root and check once. cd root.
Okay, so root. Okay.
I don't know. It's user root. Did we install it? ls. Yeah, this is the
Log.
one. Yeah, this is the path that we write. But again, that's fine. Go to the UI and copy that command and run as a sudo user.
Okay. Where's the- Sorry, which path we have gone earlier?
The same. You need to go to integrations.
Integration. Okay. Then agent. Okay.
You
This
need
one
to
I need
select
to
the
copy.
API. Select the API key. You need to select the API key, Mama, like what we
Okay.
did earlier.
Okay.
The select API key option is there, right?
Select API key. Okay.
And copy the below segment, not that.
Same. Still the same.
That's the same. Are you able to access your Windows file path from here?
From here.
Yeah.
How like?
Okay. Just type cd slash mnt mnt
Sorry.
mnt m n. It's a single word. mnt m n
T.
t.
MNT.
Yeah. Slash.
Okay.
Yeah. N slash. Enter. Okay. cd slash c.
Yes.
Yeah. Enter.
No directory.
Or just c. cdc. ls. It's not allowing because it's your.
Permission
This also
denied.
has the Datadog agent. And this is your Windows folder structure.
Okay. So need to have some permission, is it?
No, it's basically telling you are already running an agent.
Yeah, that's what.
We are running two agents in a single host, right?
Yeah.
Even if you are running it as a root, a Ubuntu VM, but it's not entirely a different host.
Mhm.
That this VM is not created under, say, like a virtual box, which has its own host, like that, right? This at the base level, it's in a single host, so it will not allow a different agent to install.
Okay. On a single host, only one agent is allowed.
Say one agent of the same type.
Oh,
You are
okay.
installing two agents, right? Both the infrastructure agents. That is why
Okay,
this is happening. Same is the
fine.
case for, say, if you're trying to install an app dynamics agent here when you have a Datadog agent running. What
Okay,
the
it won't allow.
Datadog agent will treat the app dynamics agent, it will treat it as, a virus. And
Okay.
it will not allow the agent, the app dynamics agent to run in the server. So
So is
during
there a
that
way,
scenario, what
like, can we
hmm?
disable it for some time and then allow? Is that possible?
But it will fetch it because it has that file structure, everything. But we can try, we can
Uh,
stop it.
okay, fine.
What you
So,
can do is to create a free tier account just for testing purpose. We are doing that, right? In your free tier
yeah,
account, create a Ubuntu instance, and yeah, we can test it there.
okay, like that we can do that.
We can do other testing, like say create a Docker agent or something, a Docker setup, means Docker application setup, and monitor it with using the Windows agent. So those things we can test. But
Okay. From AWS or from where? From here only, right?
did you create a instance? Okay, give Ubuntu something, just name. You have a free tier account, right?
Yeah, this is free
Okay,
tier
fine.
account.
Give Ubuntu. Okay, come down. That's just the name for that. Select Ubuntu. Go down. It's already taken the free tier eligible account. Go down.
KPI required.
You can create and keep just for your future reference. Create a new page, key pair you type. Just give the name for the key pair. Datadog key pair or something, just to
Okay.
for reference. Yeah,
It's spam only, right?
it's fine actually. You won't use it. It's create key pair. Okay. The right there's something, there's that option, right, for launch instance. Free tier eligible customers can get up to 30 GB. You can increase the GB then.
Okay,
It's from
how
8
much?
to say 30.
One. How much?
Up to 30 you can use that. Yes, it's mentioning that. So
130. How much we can use?
just 30, just 30.
30. Okay. What is the limitation there? Okay, 30 GB, up to 30 GB only. Got it.
Yeah.
Fine. Done. That's it.
A launch instance, you're right.
Okay, launch instance.
Did we select that connection details? I just forgot. The internet access one while creating that instance.
Not sure. It was auto selected, I think.
Nah, two options will not be selected. Okay, go back to instance once. Go to networking, the below one.
Yeah.
Go down.
Which one it was?
Selected or not. You go to security, next to one networking.
Secure.
Go down. Okay, inbound rules, how to.
Where it was?
It's fine. Go up once. I'll delete this and we'll recreate it. That's fine.
Okay.
Go to instance state. Terminate instance. Okay, again click on launch instance.
Take some time, is it?
It's terminated. It takes time. Like click
Okay.
on launch instance. Give the same name. It's terminated. It should allow you. Select Ubuntu, or we can keep it Amazon Linux also. That's fine. Any which. Go down. Since type it selects automatically. Key pair, you select the key pair that you just created.
Mm-hmm.
Go down. Yeah, there. Allow HTTP traffic from the internet and
Both?
yeah, it's for test. We are just using it for testing, right? It's better.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Go down and select the add the TGP.
Launch?
Yeah, launch instance. So click down.
Okay, it is running now. How to get it there?
It's running now. Oh no, it's still initializing. So
So in AWS, we can give the same name because instance ID is different. Is it possible, right?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Well, but it will initialize only. Time is up.
Sorry, Mohammed.
No, I'm saying time is up. It will initialize only today.
Okay, no, it shouldn't. It should start by now. But you can try the same. We'll start from where we left. What is the status of the pet clinic app that we ran? Just open the Git bash.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's running.
Yes.
So it's fine. Then you can close it. It should start fine from tomorrow because when the initial first step itself, it will download the Datadog agent and close it. You can
Now what to
continue
do after
tomorrow.
this? After this is initialized, what I have to do?
Okay, again you have to go click on select that Ubuntu.
Mm-hmm.
Click on connect at the top.
Okay.
Now go down. Yeah, click connect. It will open a new terminal where as everything else is same.
Okay.
You can remove that bottom part. The cross mark is there, right? You'll get a full screen.
Okay.
It's the same. I can copy that Ubuntu command here and sorry, the Datadog agent command here and try to run. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Like that. Fine. Sure.
I try changing the Datadog agent name also.
Okay. From the same path.
Whose name? Yeah.